Malone?
Bailey Malone. Sam Waters, John Grant. We're BCTF based in Atlanta.
Jim Hanniger, Chicago PD, 27th Division Homicide.
Washington said you've been briefed as our liaison.
I got the duty, if that's what you mean. The victim, Michael Garrity.
President of the Federal Reserve Bank here in Chicago. Let me introduce you.
Big brother stuck his nose in, we bagged the evidence, and waited.
For that clean, fresh feeling.
Our background tells us Garrity recently locked horns with the Senate Banking Committee. You think this is political?
I don't know, you tell me. All I know, it wasn't a random act of senseless violence.
Looks like somebody didn't like something he said.
Yeah, I think the killer probably brought the soap with him.
Would you have your people send a sample to our lab? If the soap's exotic or home brewed, it might be a lead.
He folded his clothes. The message in the way he was killed are contradictory. You have cleanliness and violence. It's neat. But this is not a neat way to kill someone.
Oh, maybe he thought the vic was gonna get up and get dressed.
Do you videotape your crime scenes?
Yeah, sure. We always have a videographer with us these days. Why, we even dusted for fingerprints.
How about a shade less attitude, Jim? She's just doing her job.
I think that you should tape the crowd.
We find when there's been considerable staging, Perp often wants to see the effect on people.
Really?
Now, we have him down as a widower, no kids. Fit your ID?
That fits our ID, yes.
Maybe a relationship went sour.
No, I don't think it's a woman. She'd have to be awfully strong to drag the body in here. What about this blood?
Believe it or not, we have vials of the blood as well.
Some of the blood is smeared, some is spattered. Be certain the serologists know the distinction.
Duly noted.
Anything else like this recently? Any staging, humiliation of the corpse?
Well, this is the town of Caponeville. We can always find a corpse somewhere, but nothing like this.
You'll let us know?
Oh, you'll be the first.
He liked looking at his reflection. Or maybe he wanted Garrity to see himself for what he really was.
Garrity drowned. I pumped 2 pints of soapy water from his lungs.
So he was alive when he went into the fountain?
But probably unconscious. Blunt force trauma to the back of the head. Just enough to knock him out. This is what did it. Standard baseball, softball trophy. No prints, no inscription. It was in the car park. It was blood from 2 people. Garrity left the smears in the blood at this end of the trophy where he was hit.
And so the killer left his blood up here where he gripped the trophy. And in the spots around the fountain.
Mm-hmm, right. You suppose Garrity wounded him, putting up a fight?
Could be. Did you check under the nails?
Yeah, I went over him with my fine-tooth comb. Nothing. He's clean behind the ears and under the nails. I doubt he was sober enough to put up much of a fight anyway.
Well, how drunk was he?
His blood alcohol was 1.5.
Where did the killer undress him?
Well, Garrity's car was still parked in his office, so maybe in the killer's car? Maybe he picked Garrity up?
Cruising? Maybe. Maybe they had dinner together.
Grace ID'd the soap in Garrity's mouth. It's pretty basic. Any grocery store would sell it.
According to his secretary, Franklin Garrity was supposed to eat at a restaurant near his office called Vito's, one of his favorites.
Supposed to?
Yeah, he had 8 o'clock reservations for 2, but he never showed. There was a receipt in his pocket for Romano's, smaller than Vito's, dark, very private.
He didn't want to be noticed.
We've only found 2 witnesses. One of the waiters thinks he can recognize Garrity from a photo. He didn't know the companion, but he remembers that he ordered sole. Besides that, all he knows is he was a male Caucasian.
They found another witness who saw 2 older men in the backseat of a car in the parking lot undressing. He kept walking, none of his business, didn't get a good look.
I don't think that this is a sex crime. It's too pointed. It's punishing.
I ran Garrity back 10 years. Private, public, IRS, everything. Garrity's been president of the Federal Reserve Bank since '89. Officially, his salary tops out in the $250,000 range.
He's living larger than that.
Working for the Fed, he's got all kinds of opportunity for stock flow. George, didn't this raise the red flag at the SEC?
Never looked his way, but $1 million mortgage? I think there's money in the mattress.
Nudity is a metaphor for exposure. He was found naked in the proverbial public square.
Pretty effective way to get our attention. The soap was to clean him up. That's consistent with exposing fraud or corruption.
Yeah, but this is so hands-on. I think it's personal.
Let's check Garrity's trust, anyone who may have done business with him, traffic tickets, you name it. Let's see who could have had a beef about his being crooked.
Hey, we pulled the black fiber off the bar of soap shoved in Garrity's mouth. Go, take a look.
Can you make a match?
Well, I'm looking for one. It's a thread. Cotton synthetic blend dyed. I'll know exactly what it is in a couple of hours.
Came prepared. Soap unwrapped, ready to use.
That's how it collected a fiber. Planned ahead, nothing to chance.
And then he bludgeoned him to death?
I spoke to the administrator behind Garrity's blind trust. It's clean.
You sure? Nothing hinky?
Well, we got Chicago PD to open his safe deposit box. They found a set of books he never showed the IRS. He was trading stocks. Privately. Using an alias.
Well, that's cute.
Even cuter, he wasn't just trading for himself. He was trading for others and getting commission. We have no names, just numbers.
Yeah, well, dig, John. Put some names to those numbers.
Bailey Malone, pick up line 3. Bailey Malone, line 3.
Bailey.